hacks. No matter if your next adventure sounds like this, onward, or like this, you can count us in. Allagash Brewing Company. From Maine, with love. Must be 21 years or older. Please drink responsibly.
Dedicated to the many mommies, their majesty in many shades. Nah, 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 and nah. Candescent cream, caramel coated camel colored, autumn leaf, carrot deep chocolate mocha, magnificently mahogany. Me, you, when can we hook up? Lord, you're too much, you're too much. Mommies don't impress me with the big paper. Just a bit of substance and a liquor flavor. Solid mind one time like Mrs. Sister Ava. Now, what I see, what I want, what I get. With no regrets, no need to reach for the bleach. You're a natural brunette. Barbie becomes eclipse and lights of brown honey dims. Lustful lips, voluptuous hips that seem to sing black pride. Lord knows I've got no qualms with the fat backside. You're my salt, my earth, my new springtide. Give birth, say Mama Earth, you were the first to arrive. Friend lover, sweet candy, child bearer, mother, nanny, queen, elder granny, much love to Ma, Penny, send me. Na 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 na. My dear, I am you are here together. We have no fear, right? Na 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 na. My dear, I am here. You are here together. We have no fear, right? Just your average Saturday night, my eyes were in flight. Caught upon this sister, not because she was wearing a few strands. She looked out of place, so I stepped to her face, or rather to her side. I've been peeping you since I arrived. Would you remove your blue contacts? To my surprise, she obliged, and I took it to her straight. Not trying to inflate, I said, hey sis. When I gaze into the eyes, I catch a glimpse of your soul. And when I see into the eyes, I see into the skies. And when I see into the skies, I check heaven's window with a crescendo. You're no bimbo, I dig those pretty brown eyes on you, so please don't make it brown eyes blue. 1, 2, ooh, check it. This is for the record. Beauty is inherent. There's no need to get half nimble now. Na 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 na. My dear, I am here. You are here. Together we have no fear. Right? Na 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 na. My dear, I am here, and you are here. Together we have no fear. Right? Ready, set, go, let go, retro. Remember, we were prone to flip the script in a relationship, so quick with talking. Supersonic, we're just merely platonic. It's ironic, we were just kicking around the ideas of having a whole life to live without being tied down. Well, you're living with me now. You're 3 months pregnant according to doc and ultrasound. The baby's healthy. Too bad the relationship's malnourished. If we started right, I suppose we would have flourished. And we can if we build a base and proceed with courage. I'd love to say I love you. I believe I do and must. But if there were no baby, then would there be in us? Collect the data. Mind over matter. Love over lust. Woo! Na 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 na. Na 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 na. My dear, I am here. You are here. Together we have no fear. Right? Na 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 na. Na 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 na. My dear, I am here and you are here. Together we have no fear. Right?
If ever my heart can heal from the damage that I've endured, I can promise you the past and I have a people people is pure. The elevation, I'm sure, possessing the final cure. For the blood that I've been shedding is seeping out of my pores. What's the cost I gotta pay in this living to be adored? Instead of going through these trials full of issues and be ignored. Like eagles, I wanna soar over mountains and see another view. Come back and take a look in the mirror and see another you. Hell, I just wanna work until I prevail and find success right in the midst of those who want me to fail. There ain't no myths or stories made up that I'm never gonna tell. Most of the people I grew up around are dead or in jail. I had that pain inside my soul, but just too strong to get weary. And way too cold of a nigga to let devils get near me. I keep my peace by pushing negatives away from me, dog. You don't know me, but could you do me a favor and please pray for me? Lord, could you pray for me? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Could you pray for me? Please, please pray for me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Could you pray for me? So many people that I know done been shot. Had to grind them out of how crazy you got on those blocks. Yeah. Came from the gutter and I've been feeling so bad. I done lost down to every friend that I hate. So pray for me. Because tomorrow ain't promised in full circle. I'm understanding the life. Been canceling all my wrongs, so placing them with the rights. Got these demons in my area trying to put up a fight. But I know I'm on a mission and leading by definition of a man who raises armies, developing proposition, defeating the opposition, dismantle the competition. With the vision in my sight, I keep murdering composition. If ever giving attention, outstanding whatever's mentioned. For the sake of touching souls that ain't growing to an extension. Got a lot of broken folks on the planet that need a fixing. So I speak to heal my people if only they choose to listen. Not a need to be distant, for instance, bring what you want in here. Welcome to the place full of peace, and trust me, we want you here. Ain't a place for judgment, nobody go and confront you here. Put your hands up and ask the ones you see to pray for me. Lord, could you pray for me? Pray for me. Could you pray for me? Put your hands up in the sky. Lord, could you pray for me? For the simple prayer. Yeah.
Oh, it's time to grab your glasses, family. It's time for us to get started. I'm so excited. Sitting up here, Kid Magic, Kid Magic Rock. Shouts out. Here we go. Drink your water. Come on, drink your water, but first, take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, breathe, breathe, then drink. Take a breath, take your breath. Now, grab your glass for some water. Grab your glass. Lift your pitcher of that water. Or a bottle. Get that pitcher of that water. Simply pour some water. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, lift, pour, then drink. Now move your body and drink some water. Move your body. Move your body and drink some water. Move your body. Move your body and drink some water. Bam. Just move your body. Drink, 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 drink. Drink your water. Or should I say, move, Then drink. Move your body. Move your body. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors, fam. Just raise your glass. Drink, 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 drink. Drink your water. Or should I say, raise, toast, then drink. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Lift and pour yourself some water. Pour. Move your body, drink some water. Move it. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Breathe, lift, move, toast. But remember to stay healthy. Remember the four pillars. Breathe, drink, eat, move. Drink half your weight in ounces. Eat a culturally appropriate diet. Behave. Take your breath. Come on. Lift and pour. You can do it. Move your body. Come on. Come on. Toast your ancestors. Drink up. Come on. Drink it. Drink it. Drink it. Come on. You can do it. Come on. Drink it. Lift it. Drink it. Come on. Drink that health in. Drink. 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 Drink your water. Take your breath. Take your breath. Take your breath. Lift and pour. Lift it. Move your body. Come on. Come on. Toast your ancestors. Drink. 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 Drink your water. Drink. 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 Come on. Come on. Drink your water. Come on. Come on. Take your breath. Lift and pour. Come on, pour it. Move your body. Move. Toast your ancestors. Drink. 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 What? Drink your water. Drink. 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 Drink your water. Oh, it's a great and beautiful day to be standing in the congregation of the mighty, the home of the stubborn minority, the place where you hustle builds muscle. This is Ujima Journey Media. I am your host, Brother Hatim, and of course, you know this is the Daily Toast and family. Family, this is a Heart of a Symbol production, all day, every day. Where I strive to blow up your old paradigms. Oh, we blowing them up today, family. We blowing them up today. Make sure you get over to gnj.media because y'all already know what's going on. Y'all already know where I'm headed. Y'all need to come on over there. Right? We about to do our thing, family. The rant of the day. The rant of the day is entitled, Looking for Capital When You Are the Capital. Man, come on, we about to kick it now, family. Would apologize, didn't do the show last night. I'm gonna try to work that into the rant this morning. As far as what's going on with that, as a matter of fact, I have to run to go get my watch so I can make sure that I'm within my time limit. So y'all gonna have to bear with me for one moment. But while that's going on, I am going to be switching off all of the other platforms and going straight to gnj.media. So let me type it in. For those of you that might not be able to get there, all you gotta do is click this and this will take you straight in. If you are not signed up on the email list, you don't need to be signed up on the email list, but I suggest it because I send an email out every morning to those that are on the email list. I'm trying to get it back up because for some reason we was up to 1,500 texts a day. Now it done fell all the way down, so I'm trying to build it back up. I want to send out 10,000 texts every morning. I want to send out 100,000 texts every morning. I want to send out so many texts that Gumroad is looking at me like, brother, now you got to slow down or you got to pay us some more money.
well, we're going to pay you some more money because we need to get in touch with our people to let them know to find us at gnj.media, right? I want to send out so many emails that I no longer even have to start off on YouTube and Facebook, and we could use that for special occasions for, you know what I'm saying? We could use that when we need to get, because I want this audience to be built up to a point to where it's like, boom, we're going straight to GNJ Media. Get the emails. People there waiting. We got some people over there right now. But give me a second, family. I need to get my watch so that, because y'all know I'm long-winded. And if it's longer than 10 minutes, it's going to be hard. Well, not really. I could do longer than 10 minutes, but I want to keep it to 10 minutes. Why do I want to keep it to 10 minutes? Because it ain't like because the only place I'm resharing it, well, I need to keep it to 10 minutes because people's attention span. But because, like, yeah, because I was sharing it everywhere, but I'm not sharing it everywhere no more. I'm only sending it to those people that are signed up on our email list, right? So they don't have to go all the way through all of the toast of the day. You know what I'm saying? They don't have to go through the whole toast. They say, shit, I just want to hear the rant. All right, cool. I got the rant. There it go right there for y'all. It's sent straight into your email box. Just click it, go to it, and you can stream it from Gumroad, or you could go on and stream it from Headliner. I think that's what it's called. So you go here. I'm typing it in right now. Boom, there you go. Also, for some of those that might not be able to work that, what I am going to do is I'm also going to open up the Black Line. Now, I'm asking that if you come on the Black Line, I'm asking that you mute your phone. If you don't mute your phone and I hear you while I'm doing the toast, because you already know it's kind of hard for, I'm trying to focus and stuff like that, or doing my rant, I'm going to cut you off. I'm going to cut you off. Just that simple. All right? But I'm opening this up as a courtesy because some of our family members might not be able to get on gnj.media. I want to make sure that everybody is able to get on and at least hear what we are talking about. So the number to the Black Line, for those that don't know, is 614-556-4535. All right. There you go right there. So now give me a second. I shall return. And then we'll get right into the rant. I'm going to cut all these things off, but I need to go on and do something. I need to get my watch, so I'll be right back. What we going to do? Here we go.
Minute by minute. Minute by minute. Hour by hour. Hour by hour. You lose your history. You lose your history. You lose your power. You lose your power. Minute by minute. Minute by minute. Hour by hour. Hour by hour. You lose your faith. You lose your faith. You lose your power. You lose your power. If it is to be. If it is to be. It's up to me. It's up to me. I feel good about myself. I feel good about myself. I feel good about the people around me. I feel good about the people around me. I feel goodness all around me. I feel goodness all around me. And it will follow me for the rest of my life. And it will follow me for the rest of my life. Cause I walk with good. Cause I walk with good. And I talk with good. And I talk with good. And I am good. And I am good. And that feels real good. And that feels real good. Good, better, best. Good, better, best. Never let it rest. Never let it rest. Until your good is your better. Until your good is your better. And your better is your best. And your better is your best. Black people. Black people. You were once great. You were once great. You shall be great again. You shall be great again. Lose not faith. Lose not faith. Lose not courage. Lose not courage. Go forward. Go forward. Uplift the race. Uplift the race. Harambe. 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 Harambe.
call on the ancestors and the Creator watch over us as we do this African pledge. I pledge allegiance to my people.
I pledge allegiance to my people.
The African race.
The African race.
The original man and woman of the planet Earth.
The original man and woman of the planet Earth.
And the founders of civilization.
And the founders of civilization.
I pledge to continue to struggle.
I pledge to continue to struggle.
Which will help to bring my beloved brothers and sisters.
Which will help to bring my beloved brothers and sisters.
To total freedom.
To total freedom.
I pledge to study and discipline myself.
I pledge to study and discipline myself.
Spiritually, mentally, and physically.
Spiritually, mentally, and physically.
So I may grow into a soldier for justice.
So I may grow into a soldier for justice.
Because my people need strong and intelligent warriors.
Because my people need strong and intelligent warriors.
I pledge to live my life standing tall.
I pledge to live my life standing tall.
For a person on his knees is not respected.
For a person on his knees is not respected.
If I am challenged.
If I am challenged.
I must say I will not surrender.
I must say I will not surrender.
My position or my dignity.
My position or my dignity.
But instead I will endure.
But instead I will endure.
Until the final victory is won.
Until the final victory is won.
Hold tap.
Hold tap. All right, family. All right. So we are up. And we are about to get into. God damn it. Excuse my language. I mean, I cuss anyway. Y'all should be used to it. Put my watch on backwards. So we are going to start cutting off the other pieces. We're going to do the rant. Then we're going to move straight into the libations. Straight into our toast. And then from there, I'm going to bid you a fair adieu. Until possibly tomorrow. I am seriously thinking about whether or not to, for some of my shows, some of the shows, I want to do something just for those that are plugged in, those that are, supporters. So I got to start doing some special stuff just for them. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know whether it will be folk test for grown folks or I don't know. I'm thinking about it because, like I said, I want to make sure and I want to drive people to start getting the signing up with their email. You know what I'm saying? Hell, I need to get back to my text message thing, but I'm kind of overextended right now. So, but we'll work on that. I'm gonna work on that. I keep on looking at it, and I keep on thinking about maybe I need to go back and get the text message line back open. But I have to cut some other resources to do that. But hey, here we go. Once again, you need to go to gnj.media. If not, you catch it on the replay tomorrow. This show, because today you will be on at 12 noon. You'll be able to check out the show from yesterday, the whole show from yesterday. And that might be about it. Except for later on today, you'll be able to catch. You better catch the little sample. Other than that, a lot of that stuff is going straight to those that's on the email list. All right, family. If you're on Africa TV, we out. If you're on Twitch, go to gnj.media. That person on Twitch, go to gnj.media. Join us over there. If you're on our YouTube channel, go to gnj.media. gnj.media. Facebook, same for you. gnj.media, gnj.media, gnj.media. Make sure you hit that email list so that we can stay in touch with you. Keep you abreast of everything that's Gianni. All right, let's get it. Let me refresh and make sure everything is straight. Get back to my sound effects. All right, everything is straight. All right, family, let's get it. All right, before we get into it, Anime, you ready? All right, Anime, she want me to go on and make sure that y'all know that her cousin Bainu has his own company. It's called Bainu Health, and they have their sea moss. The sea moss comes directly from St. Lucia, and it is high-quality organic sea moss, right? Grown in the beautiful, beautiful oceans of St. Lucia. All right, so, boom. There you go right there. Anime, we got that out the way. Can I have my war horn, please? All right. So let's get it popping once again. I'm going to start my clock. We starting our clock. We at 10 minutes right now. Sound the war horn, please. Oh, not yet. We ain't ready yet. Now, if you could give me my war horn, because we about to get started. There you go. 3 war horns to let you know, because I'm bringing it. The talk for the day is called Looking for Capital When You Are the Capital. Now, family, I was listening to some shows, because I'm researching and I have to find a way to combine what I do with what I do, right? And I broadcast, I stream, I podcast, I put ideas out in the ether, I write, I create, I lead, I follow, I educate. I do all these things, and I have to do, and I wear so many hats, and I have to find ways to sustain myself, right? And it gets kind of hard. As a matter of fact, a dear friend asked me a question yesterday and said, "Brother Hatim, is your podcasting and streaming interfering with your actual job?" And it kind of threw me aback, because I actually thought it was the other way around, but she was asking the question out of concern, because, you know what I'm saying, I'm struggling in, but it's summertime right now, and it's like, yo, no, it's not. As a matter of fact, I think it enhances. I think it makes me a better person to do this, right? So I'm thinking about it, and it's like, yo, one of the major issues that we have with our movement is resources. And we talk about this all the time, especially on Ujima. And I know y'all like, well, Brother Hatim, is not Ujima, it's Ujima. And you're talking about an Ujima problem. But please understand that it's the power of Ujima that allows us, it's the power of Ujima that allows us to carry out Ujima. As a matter of fact, it's the power of Ujima that enables almost all of the other principles, right? Cooperative economics, being able to use and harness those resources. Ujima is collective work and responsibility. One of the reasons that it's hard for the collective work to go on is because we don't have the resources to maintain and sustain the collective work. We don't understand the resources, right? And so I'm walking yesterday and I'm hearing something about the name of the book that I was listening, I heard it before. I think I got the book. I got to go back and listen to it. But the name of the book was, oh my God, A Color of Money. The Color of Money, which is good because it's getting into circulation, because at one point in time, we would have people get on and be like, black folks, we need to pull ourselves up by our bootstraps. We need, because I want to get into this, because the fact of the matter is that when you start really looking at the data that's present, it makes it very clear that individuals that are saying that have not actually looked at our history or looked at the data for our history, for us as a group. Right? Because one of the things that started bothering me, especially when we start talking about Ujima, collective work and responsibility, I got to take the responsibility to make sure that people understand that we have always practiced collective work. We have always used our principles. We have always done it. And our ancestors, right, were trying to do what they could, and they was only able to do what they was able to do during the time. And what we have the luxury of doing is looking back on what they did and being able to criticize what they did from a place of comfort that they provided us. You know what I'm saying? It's like we are violating one of the Proverbs. You know what I'm saying? We are riding on someone's back, talking about how easy the journey was, or talking about the best way. It's a better way that you could have went. When you've been riding on a person's back, and this is what many of us do. We look at what our ancestors did and we judge them from what we know now, not realize that our ancestors did what they needed to do. Now, bring it around. Let me bring it around. So, I'm trying to learn how to swim. Like, Brother Hatim, what the hell this got to do with Ujima? I'm trying to learn how to swim. So I'm in the pool. I got a floating device on me, and I'm trying to learn the stroke. So I can swim. Right? I can't swim a very long time, but I could if I fall into a boat, I could dog paddle over to the boat so that I could survive, right? But it coming long distance, I want to learn how to swim a mile. I want to be able to swim 2 miles. I'm trying to develop it. But part of the issue that I'm having is that once I immerse myself in the water, I could do the motions, but I can't do the breath yet. So I try out, those that know how to swim, you learn how to work with the water. And when you get up under the water, you let out all the air so that when you finally bring your mouth up, you can take that breath. But every time I try to do it, I blow out. And I'm like, what in the hell? So then I go back up under the water trying to keep the rhythm. And now I'm starved and my body start to panic because I don't have the air. Right? So I'm panicking and I don't have the rhythm. I'm trying to swim, but yet I don't have the rhythm to be able to keep the breath so that I can stay as streamlined as possible and keep it moving. Right now, I'm saying all that to say this. Our ancestors learned the proper method to swim in capitalism in the time that they were at. Now, what I'm saying is this. Our ancestors looked at what was going on and they adapted to in the best way that they knew how. And many of us sit back and we want to judge them and say, well, we never and we didn't and you know what I'm saying? And the fact of the matter is that every idea that most of us have had, our ancestors have implemented. But because of the competition or because of the place that we are and us not really realizing what we are to society, because what you are to society is not necessarily a citizen, not even a human being, my friend. You are capital. For so long, black folks have been the capital. Black folks were used to buy other black folks. Black folks was used to buy property. You are the capital. We've been talking about getting the money when all this time we have and always have been the money. This is why they redline. See, because I want you to understand this. For a while, I've been saying to y'all that we have been domesticated, but I don't think we really understand it. A domesticated animal is usually fenced in so that it could be protected from itself as well as from other predators. We get fenced in. Now, I want to ask you a question. What is redlining? If you ever looked at the map of redlining, you know what that is? That's a fence around a community where they keep a domesticated animal. What is a domesticated animal used for? It's used for either work or food. And this is what we present to society and what our ancestors have learned to do, and what we criticize a lot of our ancestors for is that our ancestors learned to swim in the system where they were. Not in the future. They learned how to swim where they were, because I want you to understand this. Because what happens in the system like that? What happens when the capital starts becoming conscious and start to understand and want to take control of itself? What happens to the domesticated animal when it becomes conscious of who it is and what it is and how valuable it is, and it starts to want to control its own destiny? Come on now. What happens? I want you to imagine yourself having a dog. You raise a dog, you allow the dog to run around on your property. You give that dog some property of its own. You allow that dog out. The dog is up all night making noise on this little property. It starts inviting its friends over. And eventually this dog not only takes the little bit of property you have, it starts growing its property. And that dog starts making money and start making more money than you. Its doghouse no longer is just a little doghouse or a little dog shack on the side of your house, but it's kind of looking a little bit better than yours. How you going to feel about that? You got a domesticated animal doing better than you. You got a thing that was used to not only to either make capital, to either be ate or to protect your capital, is now doing better than you. You know what I'm saying? Now let me tell you what West Asians do. What West Asians do is when they see this type of thing happening, they automatically come out and destroy. What do individuals who have seen the destruction over and over and over and again figure out what to do? Oh, I'm over 10 minutes, so let me go and wrap it up. My God. Anyway, so now our ancestors developed methods of being able to deal with the issues that these people gave us, right? They figured out how to build in spite of these people coming out. How do we build so that they won't come in and tear down? In many ways, we attach our success to their success. And that was good for that time. Now we are at another time, and the question we have to ask is, are we going to remain capital? Or are we going to become conscious and start tearing down these damn fences around our community and stop allowing others to take advantage of what we are and who we are and start taking advantage of it ourselves? We've been looking for capital when in fact we are the capital. When we start exercising our principles and start living in the way that our ancestors lived, we will start understanding that wealth is not measured by how much money you got in the bank, but by how many people you could call on. How many people can you get to collectively work with you? How many people can you get to take responsibility? Take responsibility for what you're doing and what the group is doing. That's where the true wealth lies. And we have to start learning how to change how we look at the world. And we got to start looking at it through our own vision. We have to look at the world how we need to see the world rather than how we need to see it for our enemies. We need to become undomesticated. I don't know what they call it when you become undomesticated. What they call you become feral. You know what I'm saying? We need to get back out into the wild. You know what I'm saying? And we really need to start building for ourselves. But family, listen, I done went over the 10 minutes. I done rambled. I'm just man, I'm trying to put it together because I had it a little bit clear when I was thinking about it. But we got it done. And as we say in Giame, man, class is dismissed. Just think about it a little bit more. Build on it, family, because I want y'all to understand. I want you to understand this, right? Because part of the Ujima piece for me, I guess this is the rant after the rant. Part of the Ujima piece for me is that we don't have people who focus and think on these things on a regular basis for any amount of time. Either we are thinking about them because we are getting paid by other people to think about the problems, but we don't never have time or have the resources to work towards the solutions, to work towards solving the problem. And in order for that to happen, we have to start investing our time and investing our money. I know I'm not the most brilliant motherfucker in the world. You know what I'm saying? So I know that the little shit that I see, there's other people out there that can see 10 times as much and have a little clear and more concise way of explaining it, as well as putting mechanisms into place to building. But we don't have those people working for us. More than likely, those people are practicing collective work and responsibility with West Asian for West Asian institutions. You know what I'm saying? I want you to understand that the only reason that West Asians will allow a Black Studies Department, an Africana Studies Department, a Urban Development Department in any of their institutions is if they are able to use the information to improve their mastery over our situation. So we can no longer allow, or we can no longer depend, or we should no longer depend on other people to take our freedom more seriously than us. Remember, I told you what freedom, when you really look at freedom, freedom is about beloved. What is it? Freedom comes from the German word that means beloved. This means that only the people that you beloved, right? The people that are free are the ones that are loved by the tribe and the culture. That's it. everybody else. You could do whatever you want with them. This is how people look at freedom. We don't look at freedom like that. We look at freedom from a universal perspective where all men are created equal and blah, 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 when nobody else is looking at it like that. And because we approach the battlefield like that, we are cut down. Because the very person that we're going out to fight for, soon as we clear a path for them to get through, they run us over. Right? As soon as we fight and we open it up for them, and they start negotiating. And part of the trade is that they give us up. And we got to understand. And not take it personal and understand that's life. That's what happens. That's what happens. This is why we have to start looking out for us. And I'm telling you right now, for those of you that are universal, right, that want everybody, all of God's children to benefit, you can't benefit God's children if you're not taking care of yourself. Once we start taking care of ourselves, because we are pretty much at the damn bottom, once we start taking care of ourselves, everybody else's lifestyle is going to improve. So possibly your universal vision that you've been sold is what's holding everybody else in bondage. Start focusing on you and yours and start watching how the world improves. I'm a big fan of gangster movies, family, and one of the things that I see, especially when they start getting into the real, like, you know, going into the documentaries and shit, and they will always talk about the mafia's connection to unions. What's a union? A union is a place where workers are able to pull their power to make sure that they are able to extract from the owners the proper amount of money for each member of their collective. They are a collective that are working together to make money. You know what I'm saying? And to make sure that they're not being robbed by the people that they're making the money for. You understand what I'm saying? And one of the things they used to always talk about in these mafia movies were no-show jobs. And how you be like, what the fuck is a no-show job? And how a lot of these gangsters would have no-show. What is a no-show job? A no-show job is a job that will always receive pay, but they didn't have to show up for work. Now, I don't want to romanticize this whole gangster shit, this whole mafia shit, because they not only, I mean, of course, they was predatory in their own community, but not as much as they were in other communities. Let's just, you know, let's keep it real. You know what I'm saying? Because the shit they do in their communities is very limited compared to what they would, the havoc that they will wreak with other motherfuckers like us. Right? So I don't want to romanticize that, but please understand, in order for that thing of theirs, what they call it, that thing of theirs to work, they had to be able to finance those that were protectors of the culture. And they found a way to do that. So you had individuals that never had to show up to a job that were getting paid. And the question I want to ask those of us in the conscious community, those of us in the Kwanzaa community, those of us that's in this pro-black thing, right? Where are our protectors? Right? How are they financed? You understand what I'm saying? This is one of the reasons in Giamma we always talk about we need your support. Because we need full-time, we need people doing and thinking about this shit and putting things in motion. We need it full-time. And we don't need it. And please don't hit me up and be like, I got a grant opportunity. My elder taught me a long time ago, Brother Hatim, they will only give you enough money to fail. Dr. Kelsey. Those will hear what? They'll only give you enough money to fail. We'll do it to stay afloat. But we have to figure out how we could produce money. And what we're doing here, Giammi Journey, like with the few supporters we got, we're able to keep our heads right above water. But what happens when we're able to pull our whole body or at least one of our bodies, all the way out the water and start building the raft. I want y'all to think about the possibilities, and I just don't want you to think about the possibilities just for Giame. You know what I'm saying? Because I want you to think about the possibility. This is what makes the Nation of Islam different than other cultural organizations. Because their spokespeople, right, are in a sense paid for by them. So they can get up and they can talk all the shit that they want. Mr. Farrakhan don't never have to worry about any backlash. He don't never have to worry about anything else except betraying the nation. Because his livelihood is the nation. How many individuals' livelihood is based on what me and you do as far as this conscious piece, as far as this Kwanzaa community, as far as this Afrocentric thing, as far whose livelihood is dependent on us, that we can look at and be like, dog, you ain't you ain't getting no donation from me this month. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you got to straighten that out. You got to straighten that out. We having major issues and you sitting up here living high on the hog. Drinking your coffee, brother Hatim. Expensive ass coffee you drinking. With that Bay New Sea Moss up in there. And that chocolate. You're living a good life. You're living high off the hog, brother Hatim. But now, I guess that's the rant after the rant. So go on hit that war horn. We have to. You can't have collective working responsibility if you don't have Ujima. It's hard to have faith if you don't have Ujima. It's hard to practice Kuji Chagalia if you don't have Ujima. Each one of these principles play a very important role. We are on Ujima right now. And in order for Ujima to really work for us because even if we go to our definition of a nation, stable, historically developed community of people with territory, economic life, distinctive culture, language, in common. Territory and economic life. Family, what type of economic life do we have? Or is our economic life coming from someone else? Are we like one of those leech fish that's hanging off the side of a shark? I want to know. And when you are tired of that, you can go on and help us here at GNJ.media. First, by signing up for our email list. Second, by going to gnjmedia.support. I'll put it up for you. gnjmedia.support, as well as taking the e-course, right? So that you can understand why we do what we do, right? But let me go and put that up there for y'all so that y'all can see that. gnjmedia.support. And check this out. If there's somebody that you want, because every member of Giame has to have at least 5 people, 5 supporters, right? At least 5 supporters, right? We don't ask a lot, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, yo, if you're going to be part of Giame, you got to have some links in the community, because we all about we're all about servicing our community, right? So you got to get 5. If you want to support one of the young people, if you want to support Cleve, you want to support Tykees, you want to support, I can put their names up here for you so that you can decide on who you want to send your support through, who you want to get the credit for bringing in. Which young person that we had that you done heard speak on one of our channels do you want to support? You want to support Shamar? It's shamar.gnj.media. If you want to support the Black Yoda, which is Brother Kwame, is Yoda, YODA.GNJ.media. It'll take you straight, and they will get credit for that. You want Cleve? You like Cleve? I see Cleve's name all over the commercials. I want to support Cleve, young brother that that's doing the videos for. Cleve, CLEVE.GNJ.media. E-Rob, which is Brother Idris, erob.gnj.media. All you got to do is get their first name, and it will take you straight to this. It's their support link. Say like Sister Navita, like tonight we got Blunt Talk, right? You want to support, want to be one of Sister Navita's supporter. Navita.gnj.media. Everybody that come in gnj.media gets one of these links. Because we have to be about being able, making it possible so that we can practice Ujima. See, because in Giame family, we don't believe in that, this whole, I mean, of course we volunteer. But the goal for us is not to have everybody coming to us and volunteering, because we know shit costs money. You know what I'm saying? You should not have to be begging for a living. We should not have West Asians talking about you're not working because you're lazy. You know what I'm saying? Knowing they ain't paying enough. No, I mean, it's ridiculous. I know all of us can't be on, but some of us should be free enough to be able to get on one of our platforms and just blast them for that's blasphemy, and you need to watch your tongue and say some just totally foul shit and not have to worry about repercussions. You know why? Because he worked for us. Well, I don't necessarily support him. I could come on and be, I don't necessarily support him, but what, was it really wrong? Oh, y'all need to, no, that's my brother. That's my sister. She allowed to say what the fuck she want to say. As a matter of fact, she increased the amount of supporters that we got on gnj.media. Thank you very much. But anyway, let's go and do this toast, and I'm going to get up out of here. We're going to do this toast real quick, family, and I am out. I love spending this time with y'all. But like I said, family, it's only a limited amount of time we could do, because like I said, I would love to be able to do something like this all day, but I do have another adventure that I have to go to, and I have responsibilities there, and I love the responsibilities. And on top of that, I love the support that I get from the community in this spot. As a matter of fact, you know, like I said, if you have a certain expertise that you want to share with some of the young people as well as some of our staff, by all means, you need to get with me so that I could go and inform the organization, in which most of y'all know what I'm talking about, and I can let them know that you got gifts that you want to share. You know what I'm saying? And let's keep on building. Because we got to work with these next generations, family, because I'm telling you, it's getting to a point where if we don't make it for them, it's not going to be there. Not like when I was young, you go and get you a job at McDonald's, and you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people are like, well, the summer jobs, and that's just for the summertime. What about the wintertime? Why aren't we keeping our young people employed all year round? You know what I'm saying? And why should they go and why are majority of the jobs them helping other people get rich? Why they are not working for us? I mean, think about it. I mean, how much would it cost us to employ, maybe just here in Columbus, you know what I'm saying, to make sure that all of the elders' driveways and sidewalks were cleared off when it snow? That's part of their job. You know what I'm saying? Delivering pamphlets, or I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, because I ain't got time to really think about that. You know what I'm saying? We don't really have time like that. But we do have to start looking at how can we service our community, and what things do we need and that we can provide that would turn people and be like, look, we gonna support this. You know what I'm saying? What is it y'all think? You know what I'm saying? If you have something out there that you think that we could be doing. And I ain't talking about no big shit, because I'm so sick of motherfuckers coming to me with big, gigantic ideas that need $5 million to start. 6 million, 12 million. Well, Van Jones just got $100 million from Jeff Bezos. We could get 100. Shut up. All you gotta do is call Jay-Z. Ain't you from Akron? Don't you know some of LeBron James people? Can't you play? Nah, shut up. Just shut up. Stop. Don't call me. I don't want to hear that shit. I'm wore out. After 20 years of dreaming. I can't do it no more. I can't do it no more. Can't do it no more. Come at me with an idea like LBM. Little booties matter. I know a lot of people looking at my timeline. Why you got... what's little booty matter? It is a business idea that one of my children came up with and said, I'm going to make this shit happen. I said, shit, I'm with you. What can I do? How can I help? Come in. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you don't need $5 million to start? God damn it. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of little booty women out there. Well, I know, but you don't want to let your child know that you be looking at all the little booties. And I ain't talking about minor booties. It's not minor booties matters. It's little booties matter. So there's grown little booties out there that, just saying. You know what I'm saying? A real good idea. And then also, I'm able to think deep enough to be like, there's another angle to this that we could hit. So right now, I'm doing research on how to hit this other angle to employ not only, it's her business, so it's not me employing her, but it's her business, but how can I make it profitable enough so that she not only could do the little booties matter and continue and keep that as the focus, but how can we get other income with this type of business, right? How can we get other income? And I'm like, ooh, okay. See, this is how we need to build, family. But I ain't got full time to do that. But anyway, first, and this is my challenge out there to the elders, right? Some of y'all that are retired, right? And I know you worked a long time for these white folks. You done got your retirement and all this. But y'all need to be looking at some of your skills that you have and some of the relationships that you may have had or some of the things that you know. And you need to go on and start sharing this information with young people, even if they are acting like they're not listening. Like me, to a lot of y'all, I'm a young person. Here's some information. You might not be able to get it now, but here it go. You know what I'm saying? Or better yet, be like Brother Hatem. Why don't you get some of the young people to record my e-course or to record what I do? Because I think that you might or somebody might be able to hear this and be able to take it far. Because we only think as employees, family, elders. Some of y'all have information on running these big organizations, and you don't realize that you have the secret or the key that will move our whole group to the next level, because you was helping maintain that. Because if they was able to pay you and to add money to your retirement, right? They ain't do that shit just because they was kind-hearted. They did it because they was able to use the skills that you have to make money. So is there a way that you can show us from your experience how to use your money or use your skills to capitalize upon? And we need to get a central fund where we are able, and when I say central, it ain't just so that anybody could come. Like, for example, with Tawi or Giame or a bunch of these conscious groups, we come together, we have a central fund where we are able to be like, boom, here's an application. Fill out this application. During Kwanzaa, you present your idea to the community, and we will give you a yay or nay, and we will be able to finance your business. We will be able to give you a microloan to at least get started. It's just not hard. It's not hard. Because the same shit that we're going through now, and y'all might not believe this, the same shit that we're going through now trying to figure out on how to rise up in the world. See, we're not talking about just taking it over and dogging everybody. See, because that's what West Asian was. But the West Asian was in this position at one point in time. How do we get these black folks' foot off our neck? Even though they ain't stepping there hard, they ain't superly taxing us, they leaving us alone. But I just don't feel right. I don't feel safe with them on the planet. I need to marginalize. We need to marginalize them. At one point in time, they had to do some of the same. They had to go through some of the same steps that we had to go through. And I think that's what terrorized, that what terrifies them when they really start looking at their history. Because it's the fact that at one point in time, they wasn't on top. So this means that world history can make major shifts, which means that I got to think about my grandchild being in a position that some of these niggas are in right now. And these niggas are in this position right now because my ancestors made sure they were. So what are they going to do to us when they get on top? But anyway, I'm sorry. Let's... Man, Facebook, you better stop blocking my links. Anyway, even though we ain't on Facebook right now. Family, if there's any comments or anything, please post them up. If you have ancestors you want to add to the list, please post them up. For those that are wondering, when I go through the ancestor list, why I have not added one of the elders yet, I am seeking permission. And ritual-wise, I have been asked by the community ritual elder to hold off on reading the elder's name on the list until tomorrow. So I will be adding one of our honor ancestors who just made transition tomorrow, and I won't put her in the traditional place. I'm going to place her where the elder is asking me to place her on the list. So there's a reason why her name is not on here. And also, let me just state, I don't just go and snatch, especially, you know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I just don't, I try to seek some permission. If I didn't have a direct, close, personal relationship that I could defend in putting someone's name on the list, you know what I'm saying? I at least want to talk with the family, or at least have somebody that represents Giame and represents the village and could be like, do we have your permission to put the name on the list? Because I had one person tell me, because I said, why don't you put your father on the list? She said, my father's beliefs were different, and I don't want to violate his beliefs and put him on the list. So I could respect that. Right? Because I know the name. I could have put it on here. Right? But I want to give people their respect and give them their time to decide on what they're going to do with their resources. See, because a lot of us don't even understand our ancestors are resources. They're not just names that's floating out there in the ether. They are actual resources that we can pull on and pull energy out of, to increase our time, to increase our space. They're a resource, and they're waiting for us to become conscious and to learn how to use them, but we can't learn how to use them part-time. Man, I got to stop. You on the road, Brother High Tim. I'm on the road. Let me keep it. Let's keep it moving. How long? Oh, God. We already at an hour. Family, I'm lifting up my glass. I'm saluting the Creator by whatever name you choose to call that Creator. We lift up our glass high and we raise it. And we say the word of power. And our word of power here is Ashe. I don't know what your word of power is, but feel free to say your word of power. We lift up our glass and we say Ashe. From there, family, we move to our ancestors and we lift up our glass and we salute our ancestors upon whose shoulders we stand on. Right? Who have created, who have fought and died to maintain the space and time that we are in. And they used the strategies that were best, you know what I'm saying, for the time that they were in, using the information that they had. All right, so I wish that we would stop judging them so harshly for them making reasonable decisions during the time that they made them. All right, lift up our glass and we say, no, we don't say Ashe yet. We're going to say the names. We got Miles Brown, Miss Ann, Robert the Texan, Davis, Herman Brown, Senior, Rosalie, Tilly, Georgia, William, Walter, Chris, Penny, Gasson, Eileen, Uncle Chris, Fiend, Cleveland, Geneva Brown, Margaret Ellis, Wash Ellis, Cecil Ellis, Alvaro Brown, Gina Gaines, Herman Brown II, Barbara Tiggs, Wash Ellis, Katie Ellis, Nikki Ellis, Jamon Jones, Jeremiah Tappan, John Fallar, Montague Pimenel, Nomo X, Pet Mott, Rom, Malika Fakour, Dr. Marianne Williams, Kojo Kamau, the Farmer, Elder Millie Dix, Tony Clark, Pastor Yusuf Weston, Elder Ajani, Elder Ron Coleman, Elder Robert Donaldson, Alfred Brofro, Hector Jr., J. Edwards, Carlisle Harris, Grace Lundy, Inez Harris, William Bill Moss, Phyllis Rose, Sterling and Lucy Wright, Dale Gale, Pullin, Luster Brothers, Miss Cedar Brooks Crawley, Miss Marie Nelson, Mr. Frederick Crawley Sr., Miss Jerry Brunson, Mr. Alonzo Johnson, Miss Marie McDowell, Janet Foster, Charles Jordan, Kel Smith, Walter Smith, Rich Trigg, Frank Johnson, Mary Franklin, Jimmy Williams, Daniel Ford, George Gibson, Nana Little Loretta Clark, Inez McCrae, Fritz Clark, Frankie Justice, Katie Justice, Derek Renderman, Virginia Rogers, Reverend James Smith, Lois Henderson, Kevin Spratling, Mary Elizabeth Walker, Raymond Walker Sr., Sarah Jane Carter, Michael Ford Jr., Kellen D. Russell, Susan B. Smith, Teresa Clay, Meldale Hodge Jr., Herman Copeland, Mildred Copeland, Jenny Clayburg, B.D. Said Well, Levita Farmer, Augusto Sue, Cheryl Harvey, Aunt Charmaine, Aunt Evelyn, Theodoros Hasbury, Harvey Hasbury Sr., Leonard Dickinson, T.C. Islam, Terrell Dunbar, Will Thomas, Sarah Berry, Mark Walsh, Merle B. Thornton, Pearl G. Thornton, Ida Johnson, Florence M. Carter, Joanne Thornton, Erica Tricia Lewis, Juanita Wright, Robert Wright, George Wright, Mary, Eliza Frederick Davis, Mary Elizabeth Rogers, Mary Esther, Keisha Larissa, Linda Watson Hammond, Gerald Giles Watson, Sparrow, Slimmy, Seven Lewis, Andrew Holmes, Percy Moore, Mildred Owens, Booker T. Bowden, Charlie Hunt, Sammy Stover, Heather Pearson, Sturgeon Thornton, Richard Thornton, Lavina Hall, Freeman Bankster, Mae Moss, Athea Peacock, Willie Thornton, Napoleon Kennedy, Mark Ramsey, Paul Ramsey, Matt Ramsey, David Ramsey, Charles E. Thornton, Frankie Quills, Urania Thornton, Bernice Quills, Ernestine Jackson, Frankie Johnson, Teresa Mormon, Leon Johnson, James W. West Sr., James Parham, Dana Jones, Henry World, James Farmer, Mary Chavez, Leon Grace, Bessie Johnson, Hattie Levester, Mae Moreland, Paul Moreland, Elder Caleb, Rosemary Martinier, Domitel Women, Fred Douglas Triggs II, Vina Triggs, Reverend Eddie Moore, Helen Fuller, Eugene Jackson Sr., Richard Ellis, Silas Alexander, Charles Maxwell, Percy May Alexander, Arthur Reynolds, Stan Lockhart, Ricky Lockhart, William Lockhart, Woodrow Lockhart, Brenda Porter, Deacon Hargrove, Carlos Sawyer, Andrew Parker, Doris Donald, Ellis Murphy, D'Amico Russell, Diddy Mayonnaise, Gina Ruth Jones, Janet Callahan. We got William Walter West, Nigel Paris, Elder Basiji Fulani, Jim Robinson, Glass Johnson, Valerie Clark, John Mary Sullivan, Dirk Johnson, Antonio Johnson, Delise Waters, DeFridas Hines, Anders Bostic, Anna Bostic, Winifred Scatterberry, Wilson Haley, Emma Hines, Phyllis Lee, Eugene Spradling, Kevin Spradling, Charles Wooden, Penny Brown, Roy Lee Printup Jr., Miriam Johnson, Will Belongmeyer, Ethan Candy, Janice Carter, Michael Carter, Leon Peanut Carter, Margaret Carter, William Carter, Lisa Jordan, Charles Lee Mosley, Dorothy R. Blair, Ransom Evans Sr., Sam Evans Sr., Nathan Blair Sr., Edward Stevens, Swan Stevens, Joe Davis, Timothy Butler, Gene Holmes, Dana Jones, Peter Charles, Christy Nichols, Cardinal Robinson, Rosemary Charles, Ada Pearl, Bob Ingles, Jack Wallace, Warren M. Finch, Warren P. Finch, Tim Ingles, R.G. Finch, William Billsley Jr., Jennifer Sensabaugh, Hazel Gaston, Jerry Brantley, Brian Watson Jr., Kaniko Parsons, Jason Kathy Bradford, Thomas Bradley, also known as Uncle Buki, also known as Gypsy. We got Reverend Roosevelt Word the First, Stacey Trice, Frank Smith, Mother Bertha, Michael Leonard, David Brown, Ruth Carter, June Cox, Ruth Cox, Paula Cox, Brown Urban, Judy Hubbard, Irene Johnson, Francis Booth, Jefferson, Dan Wilkerson Sr., Emma McClendon, Jerry Doyle, Amina Robinson, Mary Nichols, Patricia Williams, Shabaka Teray, Greg G. 2 Gibson, Donna Hill, Richard Gleavis, Lee Irby, Tommy Irby, Boy Irby, Jim Crochet, George and Hallie Johnson, Archie and Morgan Armstead, Don Scott, Erica Armstrong, Claire Fox, Gene Evans, Archie Beck, Anna McGill, Charles McDaniel, Christine Cottrell, I'm Becca, Alice Arnold, Arthur Arnold, Henry Reed, Charles Reed, Eulin Andrew Baker, Patricia Nelwyn Brooks, Gwendolyn and Bob Hatch, Kimball Vernon, Bradley Kim, Harry Tillman Case, Smith Sturgis, Sally Mae Baker, Ethel Baker, Creola Baker, Geneva Baker, Nino Baby Hatch, has Senior Melly Miller, has Housie Miller, Housie Miller, Housie Miller, Housie Miller. Oh my God. Almost. Nino Baby Hatch, I see Melly Miller, Housie Hatch. We got it. Hold on. We got it. Come on. Housie Hatch, Dad Cleveland, Mother Gibson, Axe Nixon, John Bowie, Lester and Rachel Saunders, Dorita Ross, Riola Ross, Robert Nelson, Francis Stevenson, Leroy Stokes, Neve Johnson, Fletcher Swan, Maddie and Charlie Scott, Ida Casey, Thomas Coper, Vivian Stevenson, Mona Ann Luce. Alright. Got that. Hold on. Alright. Got that. Alright. Housie Lewis. Let's go back. We got Hatch, has Senior, Mally Miller, Housie Hatch, Dad Cleveland, Mother Gibson, Axe Nixon, John Bowie, Lester and Rachel Saunders, Dorita Ross, Riola Ross, Robert Nelson, Francis Stevenson, Leroy Stokes, Neely Johnson, Fletcher Swan, Maddie and Charlie Scott, Ida Casey, Thomas Cover, Vivian Stevenson, Mona Ann Lewis, Cornelia Lyman Lewis, John Jackson, William Dallas Lewis, Mae Francis, Japel Jackson, Michael Slade, Joanne Perkins, Richard Jackson, Martha Ford Dawson, Big Mama, Nanny Harris, Eva Ford, James Harrison, Margaret Towns, Mary Williams, Leroy Q. Heap Sr., Albert Moore, Miss Vanilla, Albert Motley, Geraldine Elizabeth, Douglas Thompson, Erton Houston, Lud Alls, Elijah Alls, Jerome Alls, Henry West Staten, Joe Jamel Alls, Ann Pierce, Donald Carter, Lily Green, Nathan Green, Beth Vaughn, John Dewey, Ruth Beard, Tim Butler, Raymond Laura Newton, J.B. Foggy, Thomas Newton Sr., Barbara Naeem, Jeanette Sanders, J.C. Sanders, Roy Pruitt, H.J. Brantley Sr., Henry Wilson, Rufus Jenkins, Minnie Wilson, Catherine Sanders, Muriel Ellis, Elizabeth Sanders, Henrietta Irby, Mildred Armstead, Mark Armstead, Catherine Anthony, Ruth Brown, Charles Walker Sr., Almost. Charles Walker Sr., Charlie Walker, Cecil Russell, Don Irvin, Hiram Phillips, William Ford, Margaret Logan, Phyllis Barnett, Lee Irvin Sr., Michael Irvin, Ozella Watson, Hugo Watson, John Caldwell Sr., Robbie Lee Caldwell, Nevaeh Mitchell, Ron McCormick Sr., Sabrina Easley, Rashawn Easley, JaVale McCormick, Barbara Ann Reed, Dorothy Ann Reed, John Reed, Shekel Maha Reed Jr., John Reed Jr., Patricia Reed, Edward R. Bissell Sr., Ethel H. McNair, Lloyd Fernandez, Jacqueline Brothers, Reginald Iver, Madeline Cooper, George Swan, Emmanuel Grayson, Charles Scott, Charles H. Scott, Michael Morgan, Charlie Morgan, Sybil Edwards McNabb, Annie Ferguson, William Ferguson, Shelby McClendon. All right, we got Joella Giles, James Carswell, Alberta Adams, also known as Sis. We got Oshaka McNair, Anthony Brown, Jonathan Poor, Lottie Gaucher, Cousin Tony, Michael Johnson, James Jimmy Johnson, Barbara Shang Lewis, Ronald Show Jr., Damian Top, Christina Bank, Joseph Bingham, Quincy Mama, Aunt Lady Abraham Isaac Cundiff, Aunt Barbara Lewis, Renee Johnson, Joy, Ryan Ross Riggins, Jermonte, Marcus Price, Ness Words, Marshawn McHale, Demetrius Beard, Herb Jefferson, Ralph Mickens, Eric Walker, Quasia Sample, Candace Simmons, Summer Clayton, Leonard Jones, Sade Gardner, Milton Scott Sr., the Clarence Lunk, Elizabeth Johnson, Mr. Thornton, Johanna, Jasandra Nanette Lewis, Henderson Mosley, Charles Jordan, Henry S. II, Fannie O. Webb, Dan Walton, Al Alti Sue Walton, Emma Walton, Chase Braddock Giles, Sonny Pete Walton, William Walton, Fred Powers, Elijah Juan Hakeem, and Como, Alberta T. Davis, Charles Davis, Willie R. Mackey, also known as Dr. Cream Mack, Victor Bowden, Drusilla Kitty Berger, Lucy White, Robert Lee White, Emma Jean White Touton, Roger White, R.L. White, Jesse White, Reed Jewel White, Johnson Carl White, Desi Woods, Steele R. Woods, Lennox, Jim Woods, Lizzie Woods, Juanita Alexander Brown, Cynthia Ann Wright, Richard Dorsey, Andy Simpson, Jamara Simpson, Regina Hopkins, Joseph Simpson, Eddie Dorsey, Eleanor Hopkins, Edward Webster, Alice Webster, Ivy Webster, Arnella Willis, Ethel Lang, Samantha DeMond, Ethel Marshall, Steve Dougie Shelton, William Bill Walker, Carl Rico Johnson, Kim Gray, Stuart A. Johnson, Edward Young III, Isaac Jackson Sr., Drusilla Murrow, Wayne Young, Christina Young, Thomas Young, Frank Murrow, Sylvester Foster, James Liz Winston, Amy Julia Lawrence, Ozell Letters C, Class Kofer, Ozell Letters Jr., Geneva Jackson, R.J. Lacey, also known as Toot the Thon, Sable Winston, Chris Kenny, Margaret Mentor. We got Mary Smith, Juanette Florence Gibbs, Carl William Duncan Jr., Jenny Callahan, Danny Hill, Miko D. Nice, Andrew Martin, Mabel Williams, Terry Brown, Teresa Biddle, LeVonna Kincaid, Carla Sawyer, Reverend Jesse Porter, Deacon Ezekiel, Dennis Brenda Porter, Craig Lee Jones, Granny Bueller, Papa Al Riesler, Inez Smith, George Gamble Sr., Joseph Gale, LaShonda Jamar, Leroy Raleigh, Mona Yolanda Hunter, Yvonne Patrice Turner, Herman Reeves, Amanda Reeves, Josh Reeves, Lena Kate, Pam Johnson, Baron Reeves Fisher, Jerry Justin McCallum, also known as Mama Moon, Sheila Ann Lee, Panchita Alba, Donna Brooks, Barbara Mozart of Spade, Era Branson, Eric Winston, Darren Bridges, Francisco Matisse, Charles Stevenson Jr., King Pleasant, Sarah Keat, Nina Shepard, Burdell Willard, Mabel Haskins, Wilbur Shepard, Dennis Jackson. We got William Haskins, Geraldine Jackson, Henry Jackson, Edward Jones, Leslie Travis, Charlize Barnes, DeJuan Lewis Taylor, Madeline Yates, June Dandridge, Daisy Wilford, Fred Smith, James Amanda Baldwin, Lyndon Williams, Sally Williams, Vivian Stevenson, Irene Harris. We got Kelly Williams, Abu Scales, Pat Williams, Mrs. Bertha Walker, Tony Ogletree, Grandma Marguerite, Tracy Emery, Hassan Abdul Razak, Vivian Johnson, B.J. Jones, Abishel, Roberto Monterosa, Chet Word, Mama Rahani. We got Deborah, Michelle Nash, Joseph Lane Miller III. We lift up our glass. We salute each and every last one of them. We salute and we say the word of power, and that's Ashe. From there, Valley, move to the present moment right now. I ask you to open up your reticular formation, go out and seek Ujima. Not only seek it out, once you find it, I want you to talk about it, I want you to share it within your community. We have to build on our principles, because within our principles and within us practicing our principles, it's the solution for each and every last one of our problems. Find proverbs connected to the principles. Find folk tales connected to the principles. Learn to share and discuss the principles discuss them like you take time in these business meetings at your job. Discuss them with people. Have conversations around the principles. When somebody has an issue, you know what I'm saying, that's connected to the principle, don't be scared to bring it up, because we breathe life into our culture when we practice it. We're bringing life to it. We're resuscitating it. We are, as Greg Carr called it, remembering, right? What does remember means? To take the pieces and put it back together. And where did that come from? That come from one of our ancient stories. That's what Aset did to Asar. She remembered him. She put him back together, right? So that she could produce the child that would set her and her people free. Come on now, family. Is it lining up, or is it, you know what I'm saying, or is it just coincidence? We can allow it to be coincidence if we ignore it, right? But it's right there. But anyway, we're lifting up our glass to this present moment right now. We are on Ujima. For those that don't speak the language, Ujima means collective work and responsibility. The Modic principle of the day is righteousness. The M7 principle is respect. The color is blue. Vibration is the Hermetic law. Male name for the day is Kwaku. Female name is Akua. Family, we lift up our glass and we say Ashe. All right, from there, we are lifting up our glass. Guess what we're lifting our glass up to? We're lifting up our glass to our future generations. We're toasting our future generation. We're toasting our children, our children's children, on to infinity. On to infinity. That's how far we're going. We're toasting our children all the way to infinity. All right? So we're lifting up our glass because that's how long we want to be around, right? Right? Especially if we generational people, because I'm coming back. I'm going to come back at least an infinite amount more times. I'm enjoying this life. We lift up our glass, we salute, and we say, Ashe. From there, what are you doing? From there, family, we're lifting up our glass, and we're saluting. Move from the future. We're lifting up our glass and we're saluting our. Somebody out there thinking, somebody pulling my energy. Chill out for a second. Hold on. I'll be there. Give me a second. We're moving from the future to all of our relations, lifting our glass up to all of our relations, and we say, Ashe. From all of our relations, family, we lifting up that special libations. We're toasting whatever it is you want to send energy out to. Of course, we want to remember those who are sick. We want to remember those who need our energy, and we lifting it up, and we say, Ashe. All right. From there, I'm going to do that selfish toast. This is for you, family, just for you. I want you to think about in your mind and say what it is you need right now to move towards the greater you right now in this moment. We lift up our glass and we say, Ashe. Beautiful. From there, where we going, Hot Tim? Where you going, Hot Tim? From here, we're going to lift up our glass. And we're going to move to that tribal toast. Who your tribe? Lift up your tribe. I'm lifting up Giame. Who your tribe? Lift it up. We say Ashe. Last but not least, here's who I want to toast. I want to toast the most magnificent, most beautiful, most uplifting, most outstanding, the wisest and the bravest individual in the room. I'm lifting my glass up to you. I'm saluting you. And we say Ashe. 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 Family, I wish you peace, power, joy, and 100 years. Maybe we get a little bit of time to kick it this weekend, but something's going to come up. Something always come up. That's how it is. So, we are up and we are out. So, peace, family. Have a great day. See you tomorrow.
For the ones who know that a little late is always too late, and that the clock doesn't stop just because you're missing a part, Grainger offers supplies and solutions for every industry, and our Keep Stock inventory management solutions help ensure you have the right stuff in the right place at exactly the right time. Visit Grainger.com/keepstock to learn more. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Looking for a way to make online learning a better option for your family? When it comes to virtual learning, experience matters. Tuition-free K-12-powered schools are ready to put over 20 years of experience to work for you, giving your child the personalized learning they deserve without disruptions. With a K-12-powered school, students gain the skills they need to be prepared for their next steps in life, building a better future for each one of us. K-12, education for anyone. Learn more at K12.com.